The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
With the goal on the shorthander.
A Q Media Group production.
Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I mean, he can't miss.
Local high school sports.
Oh, it's knocked out. Oh boy, 1-0.
Also available for free on the Nice 95.5 mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
And he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Good evening. Redo. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to tonight's boys basketball matchup here in the Mississippi 8 Conference. We've got the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets hosting the Zimmerman Thunder. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and thanks so much for tuning in. We are here at the Here's the Pitch pregame show, brought to you by Here's the Pitch in North Branch. They are the area's premier indoor training facility with fast pitch, slow pitch, and baseball batting cages. You can tune up your swing at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Well, I'm excited to be out here for this one. I've been able to cover the Blue Jackets a couple times this year, both boys and girls, and I actually got to see Zimmerman for the first game of the year when I got to go over there and call a game that Pine City was playing over there in Zimmerman. So it was pretty cool to be able to go over there and drive over to Zimmerman High School and watch that game play out. Pine City, unfortunately, came out on the losing end of things, but it was still fun to get over there and experience a game in Zimmerman. And now tonight I get to see Zimmerman for the second time this year and Cambridge-Isanti for another time this year, which I'm happy about that. But before we get too deep into the pregame and talking about these teams, I want to go ahead and take this time to thank you, our loyal listener, for tuning in, because with your listenership, you continue to keep my job safe. You keep me with the job, so I appreciate that. Because if you're not tuning in, they see that, and then they say, hey, well, you don't need to go out and cover these games anymore, so I appreciate your listenership. But I also want to take this time to thank our fine sponsors. They're the reason we get to come out here and bring you these games, and that we get to bring you them for free. So a huge shout-out to our fine sponsors. And while we have a moment, let's hear a word from those fine sponsors here on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
The Classic Edge HDX from Center Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you.
This furnace can heat anything, your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one Classic Edge HDX.
The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heating.
It automatically controls combustion for highest efficiency with any kind of firewood, and you can remotely monitor the furnace from anywhere.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
At First National Bank of Malacca, with offices in Malacca, Isle, Gilman, and Zimmerman, they pride themselves on providing small-town, personalized customer service with updated technology solutions that allow you to bank with them anytime, anywhere, whether you value calling or stopping in to talk to a real live banker, or value the convenience of online or mobile banking. They've got you covered. If you're looking for a bank that cares about you or your community, come to First National Bank at one of their 4 branch offices. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Get your quote today at pineagency.us. Pineagency.us.
Back here on KBEK, Nice 95.5 FM. Game to going out here at Cambridge-Isanti High School for tonight's boys basketball game in the Mississippi 8 Conference between the visiting Zimmerman Thunder and your Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets. as we go ahead and we'll take a look at both of these teams and look at how they have performed coming into tonight's game. Zimmerman plays out of section, well, now the computer, there we go, plays out of section 5-3A, and they are currently third in that section. Totino Grace is at the top. They're the number 1 team in Class 3A, by the way. Then it's Becker, the number 8 team in Class 3A, and then Zimmerman. So Zimmerman is third, then followed by Big Lake, who's 13-7. It's been nice to see Big Lake kind of have a blow-up year this year. We've seen Big Lake kind of be more or less, I say this as nice as I can, but kind of the punching bag for everybody. And it reminds me of what some of the teams in the NFL has done, where they have kind of been the team that everyone just looks at and goes, we can beat them pretty easily. But they're having a year this year, I think, that they can not only grow from, but they can take this going forward and go, here's how we continue to be this team going forward. It happened in football. It happened in volleyball. It's now happening in both basketballs. And their co-op team with Becker in hockey for boys is also growing. So it has been really cool to see Big Lake take this leap in talent this year in all sports. And Big Lake, 13-7 this year. It's pretty darn cool to see. Then Princeton is also in that section with Zimmerman at the 5th spot, then for the and St. Francis. So taking a look at Zimmerman, 12-8 on the year, 5-3 overall. They're scoring 76 points per game while giving up near 70 points per game. As we take a look at their season so far, again, 20 games. They've got a 12-10 record, It started with 4 straight wins over Pine City, Hutchinson, Little Falls, and Chisago Lakes. Then a 1-point high-scoring loss to Princeton, 92-91, before beating Big Lake 90-69. Then they fell to Pierce 100-86. Beat Rock Ridge 81-55, and that was the 2nd of January. But then after that game, it was a three-game skid where they lost to Grand Rapids, Wilmer, and Becker, 3 teams who have over a 130 QRF. Then they beat St. Francis pretty handedly. Lost to Chisago Lakes by 2. That was a good game there for Chisago Lakes. I was happy to see Chisago Lakes won that one. But then they beat North Branch, lost to Monticello, which that one is, Monticello's just a good team. They beat Hibbing by 9 at the Target Center, and then have since that last Monticello loss, including with this Hibbing win, they're 4-1 in the last 5 games. Hibbing, they beat Princeton 80-67, beat Big Lake 89-82, lost to Becker by 9, and then beat St. Francis. So they have yet to play Cambridge-Isanti, and actually they're going to play a lot of local teams to finish off the year. Cambridge-Isanti, Foley, then Cambridge-Isanti, North Branch, Monticello, and St. Peter. So some very interesting games there along the way for this Zimmerman team. But as we can see, they have been able to score a lot of points. And if you're Cambridge-Isanti, if you're this Cambridge-Isanti team, I think you're looking at it and going, well, if we can hold them to under 70, we might be okay. They haven't had a lot of games they have won scoring under 70 points. In fact, if I'm looking at this correctly, it's been one, and that was against Hibbing, 68-59. And again, I'm trying to look very closely and make sure I'm not misspeaking, and I'm not. Their only win where they have scored under 70 points came against Hibbing, 68-59. That is their only game. Now, they have had some losses where they've scored under 70 points. Grand Rapids, Wilmer, Becker. Now, they did lose to Chisago Lakes by 2 by scoring 76, but then Monticello and Becker again in all those losses except for 1. So in 7 of their 8 losses, they have failed to score 70 points. So if you're this Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets team, you're looking at this game and kind of going, hey, if our defense can step up and play the way we know it can, and we can get out and transition offensively, and we can hold them to under 70, we're going to be in a good spot at the end of this game. Now, I think that's easier said than done, and I don't think that's how teams look at games like this, because when you get into, let's hold them under this mark, well, then you're putting a little bit more pressure on the team, and not that the team can't handle it. It's just, I don't think you need any unnecessary pressure being put on a team, especially when you've got a big game like this coming up, especially in the conference. Zimmerman's conference record right now is 7-5. If we go ahead and take a look over at Cambridge-Isanti and what they've done so far this year, they play out of Section 7-4A. They are currently at the bottom of that section, but, and this is a big one, they could jump as far as into third place with a win tonight. Yeah, just with a win tonight, they could jump as far as fourth place, not third, fourth place in the section. Take a look at their section. The top 3 teams all have a winning record. 4 through 8 are sub 500. Forest Lake is in the 4th spot at 7-13. Duluth East 6-14. Coon Rapids 7-14. Centennial 4-17. Cambridge-Isanti 6-13. Now the difference is they are 1-4 in the section, but Duluth East also 1-3 in the section. So this Cambridge-Isanti team also has the best scoring offense out of the bottom 5 teams, and defensively it's second best out of the bottom 5 teams. So for Cambridge-Isanti, a win tonight could shoot them as far up as 4th place and take over that spot from Forest Lake. That is how far they could jump with a win here this evening. Now, will they? I don't know because of the QRF situation. This is also not a section game, so that will also work against them. But a win will do a lot of good because they could, with a win, move back into 7th, maybe 6th or 5th. It's going to be hard because QRF points-wise, Forest Lake has 109. Cambridge-Isanti has 74, so that is the difference. They are 35 points behind Forest Lake in the QRF, and that has to do with teams played and the different classes played, section wins and stuff like that. So taking a look at Cambridge-Isanti, they're 4-6 in conference play as well, and they are scoring, I went one page too far, around 70 points per game. I think right now it's at about 66 points per game, and they give up 70 points per game. So it's very close give and take, and they do have the ability to score plenty more. Now, their season before the Christmas break, it was a bit tough. They went 2-4 before the Christmas break, losing to Buffalo to begin the season, beating Coon Rapids, losing to then Princeton and Anoka, then beating St. Francis and losing to Duluth East. Now, there's a couple of games where they were double-digit losses, but they could have won, Duluth East being one of them. Being in the Christmas tournament up at UMD, they won their first game over Hermantown pretty handedly, but then fell to Forest Lake by about 16. Coming out of that, it was a bit tough. They lost 4 in a row to Hibbing, Monticello, Becker, and Elk River. They were close with both Hibbing and Monticello within 20 points, and then they beat Chisago Lakes in overtime before falling 2 more times to Big Lake, only by 3. Princeton by 10. That was a good one. We had our very own Chris Gable at that one, and that was a close one. I had a chance to talk to him about that one. And they kind of blew out St. Francis, 83-49. Blew out North Branch, 88-55, and then had another close loss, this time to Centennial, where they only lost by 5, 68-63. And then they lost to Monticello here on Tuesday, 83-58. So they're looking to get back on the right side of things here, but it's not going to be an easy road for them to end the season. It's Zimmerman, Becker, and then at Zimmerman. Then they get North Branch at home, Chisago Lakes at home, Big Lake at home before traveling to Andover. So that's how this looks to end the regular season for Cambridge-Isanti. It is not going to be easy whatsoever, but if they can get a win here tonight, if they can go out and play Becker competitively. Now, they did lose by 17 the last time, but you go on a little bit of a run, and that can turn around. Then they get Zimmerman again on the road, though, so that'll be a little bit tough. Then they get North Branch and Chisago Lakes at home. Now, those are going to be 2 tough games. Those are going to be 2 tough games, but they're both winnable. Then they get Big Lake at home, which, again, is a winnable game. Is it going to be tough? Yes, but it is still a winnable game. They only lost by 3 last time. And then they get the section leader in Andover to finish off the regular season. So can they go on a run to finish off the regular season and go into the playoffs with a winning record? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins would put them at 13-13. So yes, hypothetically, they could finish the regular season at 500. But it's going to be pretty tough to do that with the teams that they face. But there's a team that can do it. It is this team. They are still young. They are still learning. But they have a ton of talent on that squad. We're going to take a commercial break because that is going to do it for Here's the Pitch pregame show. We're going to come back after a word from our fine sponsors, and then we will be set for tip-off here in Cambridge-Isanti in this Mississippi 8 conference game.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
So
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Hi, Rob. Hey, why have you been so happy lately? It's because I no longer pay for hot water. What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Are you looking for the perfect way to promote your business? Custom apparel's the answer, and tdealers.com makes it easy. Let's build your brand together. From the design stage to production, we are on your team to create gear that gets noticed. Whether you're building a brand or repping your business, we got your back. High quality merch, fast turnaround, and no stress. So go to tdealers.com and check out our winter sweatshirt special.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. It is time to get your starting lineups. I'm a little bit behind, so I apologize. I'm just getting them written in now, so don't worry, we'll still get the action, but we will start with the St. Francis. The Zimmerman Thunder. Starting for them will be number 2, Ethan Stay. Number 4, Lucas Lemke. 5, Joe Larson. 10, Thomas McEachern. And number 25, Jameson Smuda. Tip-off is won here by Zimmerman. Zimmerman, Larson with it, trying to give inside. There's a little bit of a height advantage here for Zimmerman this evening as they are head coached by Nate Christensen. They're going to be patient offensively as this ball is going to find its way out of bounds. And it will go to Cambridge-Isanti. Starting for your Blue Jackets, it'll be number 1, Jamison Eppel. Then number 3, Lane Nelson. And then number 4, Jack Roberts. Number 12, Trey Gustafson. And 45, Eddie Lundeen. Inside it is Eppel. And Eppel will give to Gustafson. And that's a long 3 put up there by Eppel. It is no good. Rebounded by Zimmerman's Stay. To the basket. That is lost by Larson. He gets it back. Give back outside to Stay. Stay. He mishandles it. Give on this near side to Lemke. Lemke will take the three himself. That's going to be no good and rebounded by Jack Roberts. Last time I watched this Cambridge-Isanti team play against North Branch, Roberts had a huge game. Kick back outside here to Nelson. Nelson will kick over to the far side. Eppel will take a three. That is good. And Jamison Eppel will put three on the board for the Blue Jackets. Gustafson guarding the defender at half court, and now to the basket drives Larson, and they're going to get a foul here on Lane Nelson. Nelson will be the guilty Blue Jacket, and that will allow Larson to go to the line and shoot two. So Larson, first one up, and does get the friendly roll off the front of the rim. Obviously, Blue Jackets head coach by Mike McDonald, Hall of Famer. And that one no good. This rebound is up for grabs. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's knocked out by Zimmerman. Zimmerman going to be in the all whites tonight. The blue letters, dark blue letters and numbers outlined in that lighter blue. And then the alternating dark and light blue stripes down the side of the jersey and short. Blue Jackets in their home blue unis. The checkered stripe down the side of the jersey and short, and then the white letters and numbers. Meanwhile, this pass here from, I think that was Eppel to Lane Nelson is well off the mark. No, it was from Roberts to Nelson and just off the mark. Meanwhile, trying to drive inside. This one's going to be knocked out of bounds by Zimmerman. The ball will go back to Cambridge-Isanti. Gustafson will start with the ball, and he will take it up the court. He gives now on the far side, Lane Nelson. Nelson trying to go underneath to Lundeen. Lundeen trying to turn around, and yeah, he traveled with it. Good movement inside there by Lundeen, and he had a good read on what the defender was doing and got around him, but unfortunately he did take a couple of extra steps there after picking up his dribble, and ball now back to Zimmerman. It's McEachran with it, trying to go high off the glass. It is no good. Smuda with the rebound inside. That's going to be another travel here for Zimmerman. That's on Lemke. So here come the Blue Jackets back with the ball, and it's Gustafson. Gustafson will give near side to Eppel. Eppel will look. He'll go to Nelson. That pass a little bit behind, but Nelson reels it in. Now to Lundeen. Lundeen looking to Gustafson. That's where he'll go. Give on this near side to Roberts. Roberts back to Eppel. He thought about that really NBA three. It's a good decision to pull that one down. Now to Roberts. Give to Gustafson. Gustafson will try and drive. He'll put up a floater. It's no good, but he is fouled. He gets to go to line and now shoot two. First foul here on Zimmerman. That one's going to go against Ethan Stay. Gustafson good on the first. And good on the second. So Trey Gustafson hits them both, and that makes it 5-1. Now coming back the other way is the Zimmerman Thunder. Trying to drive. The defender falls. Ethan Stay for three. That's going to be well off the mark. We're going to get I think a push here on Zimmerman. And we will. That's going to go against Jamison Smuda. His first, team second on the push. And Cambridge-Isanti draws a foul, and they'll get the ball right back. Here comes Gustafson with it, and past the timeline. He'll look and give to Lane Nelson, and then right back to Gustafson for three. Oh, it's in and out. In and out, and it was about halfway down before it came out. Meanwhile, now driving to the basket is going to be Joe Larson. His shot is no good. They're going to call a foul here on Cambridge-Isanti, and they're going to get this one on Nelson again, and Larson will shoot two. Larson, he's a fairly patient free throw shooter. He takes his time at the line. First one's up and no good. Checking into the game for Cambridge-Isanti is Cruz Dissing. Or Dissing, excuse me. Apologies. And that one is... They are going to get a lane violation here on Zimmerman, so the shot is not going to count. He made the second one, but it's not going to count because of the lane violation. So Cambridge-Isanti catching yet another break, and they've got to capitalize here. There's Eppel with it. Eppel will give to Gustafson, now to Lundin. Lundin looks, fakes the pass. Now he'll drive, trying to get this one up over the defender. Hook shot comes up well short and rebounded there by Smuda. Smuda will give quickly up the court, now on the far side to McEachern. McEachern will try and drive inside, can't get that one to go, and somehow pulls in his own rebound. And now this shot missed and finally taken back by the Blue Jackets. That's Lundin who pulls it in. Lundin picks up his dribble, looking, trying to find Roberts. A cut to the basket, nice drive, and Roberts lays it in for two. 7-1. Quick pass up into this near corner. Stay for three. That's going to be off the mark, and Dissing will get the rebound. Lundin quickly up the court, trying to find Dissing, just too far in front. And we'll get another turnover. Checking in for the Thunder is 21 and 22. 21 is Jacoby Giffen. 22 is Ryan Schmidt. Meanwhile, here come the Thunder with it. Now underneath is Giffen. Giffen, that one nearly stolen away. Dissing will get the steal. Dissing, layup is going to be no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back, and in for two. Cruz Dissing did a good job there. He had to pick up his dribble and try and shoot the ball because he would have been called for a travel. He just came up short, did a good job to get his own rebound, and then put it back in for two. Meanwhile, here's Zimmerman. McEachern to the basket, and he'll drop it in for two. Now Jack Roberts going to try and drive to the basket. Nice stop, but too strong on that shot. And it's rebounded by McEachern. McEachern taking it all the way. Shot is up and no good. And that going to fall into the hands of Eppel on the rebound. Roberts, and they could have got a foul there on McEachern as Roberts tried to pull that one in. McEachern got a little bit too much contact there, but here's Roberts to the far side now to Dissing. Dissing keeping that ball away. We've got nobody getting open here for Cambridge-Isanti. Now Roberts at the top of the key for three. Jack Roberts for three, right over the defender. Fearless. Ice in his veins with that one, and it's 12-3. Meanwhile, now here is Lemke. Lemke now onto the far side, McEachern. McEachern looking for someone to get open. He finds Giffen. Giffen back to McEachern for three. That's going to come up well short and just right into the arms of Eppel, basically fielding a punt. Eppel's going to take a long three. He says, fine, give me that much space. I'll just take it right from you. He drills it, and it's 15-3. Timeout called here by Zimmerman. A hot start here for Cambridge-Isanti. Full timeout by Zimmerman, and we'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors on KBEK.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. Pineagency.us. ECE Fiber Internet, the best choice for you. Affordable packages for home and business with reliable service and no hidden fees. ECE Fiber, connecting you to what matters most. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's orderecefiber.com.
Timeout there called by Zimmerman. Cambridge-Isanti in the first 6 minutes is off to a 15-3 start. And the most recent shot made by Jamison Eppel from probably college or just a little bit over college range on that three. It was really impressive. Meanwhile, here comes Zimmerman back the other way in some traffic. We're going to get a foul underneath, I think, on Cambridge-Isanti. We will, and I didn't quite see who they got for that one. It'll be their third. At least I thought it was. So 32 is into the game for Cambridge-Isanti. That's Tate Lines. So that is going to be a foul. That will go on Cruz Dissing. A lot of people confused on that one. Me being one of them. So Zimmerman will keep hold of the ball. A three here is going to go well long. It's tipped and taken in on the rebound by Lines. And to the basket is Cruz Dissing on the pass from Lines. And now we have a travel here on Zimmerman. And Coach Christensen pretty upset with his team. That's just, that's fundamentals right there that are just going by the wayside for Zimmerman. And now Cambridge-Isanti has a chance to kind of double up here. Apple will get ready to inbound. Taps the ball, and he'll give it to Gustafson, who will start in the backcourt. Now past the timeline, he gives over to Lines. Lines fakes the pass, give to Gustafson. Gustafson over to Epple. Epple, he's dangerous from anywhere. Drives inside, give underneath Dissing. Dissing lost it, and it's going to be stolen away here by Schmidt. For Zimmerman, quickly up the court they go. Trying to give underneath to Lemke. Lemke back outside now to Larson. Larson fakes the shot inside, then cuts to the basket. Shot is no good, and he's, I guess, fouled. That had to be after the shot if he was. They're going to be getting Dissing for his second foul, team's fourth. I really thought it was after. But they're going to say, well, he got him on the elbow, he must have. And Joe Larson will shoot two once again. That one's going to be no good. Lane Nelson will check back in for Cruz Dissing. Both of them have two fouls each. Larson is no good on that one. Rebounded there by Tate Lines. Lines with another rebound. And that I don't know if it meant to go to Roberts, but winds up in the hands of Lines on the pass from Gustafson, and they're going to get Lines for the travel. Another turnover here for Cambridge-Isanti. Checking into the game for Joe Larson for Zimmerman is going to be number 30, Eli Gardis. Meanwhile, Zimmerman trying to get through a trap. They're going to get a foul call on Cambridge-Isanti instead. That's going to go on Lines. His first, team's fifth. So the inbound now to Schmidt, and Schmidt will start with it. Looking to make Eckern. Instead, he'll go the opposite way. Gets around one defender. Now takes it on the long lob to the basket. He somehow finds a way to connect for two. 17-5 now, and here comes Gustafson. Give to Roberts on the far side. He'll drive to the basket. Shot is up and good through contact. Jack Roberts willing it home. What a shot there from Roberts. That was through some contact. Great job delivering on that two. Meanwhile, here's Gardis. Gardis will give now to McEachern. McEachern looking. He'll give to Giffen. Giffen hands to Gardis. Back to Giffen. Now to Lemke. Lemke to Gardis. Top the key here to Schmidt. On this near side to McEachern. He'll try and drive. Pass back outside. Gardis for a long three. And that is good. What a three there from Gardis. 19-8. Gustafson brings it back the other way, and it will be stolen away. McEachern to the basket for two. And that's just, you can't have that if you're Cambridge-Isanti. You can't start to give away balls like that, because then all of a sudden now you give Zimmerman some momentum. Here's Gustafson. Gustafson will travel to the far side. Now travel back near side. The lob shot is up. And no good. But he does draw the foul, and he'll go to line and shoot two. This is going to go against Ryan Schmidt, his first, team's third. And again, Trey Gustafson will shoot two. Good drive to the basket there by Trey Gustafson. Got around his defender and drew the foul. And the first one is up and good. Eddie Lundeen will check in for Jack Roberts. Trey Gustafson also good on that one. Trey Gustafson good on both to make it 21-10. And the Zimmerman Thunder bring it back the other way. Ryan Schmidt, he takes it to the far side. Trying to get around a defender. That one nearly tipped and stolen, but got it to Giffen on the pass. Now underneath to McEachern. McEachern trying to get it underneath to Gardis, and Gardis will drop it in for two as Cambridge-Isanti tried to push it back through the net, and although they could have, you can't do that. Gustafson will look. He'll give now to Lundeen. Lundeen gets the defender to jump. Nice shot over the defender, but can't get the roll, and McEachern will get the rebound there for Zimmerman. Careful, here comes McEachern. He's doing that little change of pace, and the shot there in and out, but then back in by Giffen. 21-14, it's a touchdown difference. Here comes Gustafson. He gives to Lundeen. Now over to Lines. Lines gives to Eppel. Eppel, he got the defender to miss the shot. Oh, and he missed on it. And that's Lines who will get the rebound. A little bit of chippiness there. Not too much, though. We get a foul here. This is going to go against Eli Gardis. His first team's fourth. And in for the Thunder's 23, Lane Johnson. Just an inbound here for Cambridge-Isanti. Eppel in the corner for three. Good! Jamison Eppel! Meanwhile, they go back up the court. Gardis, he'll take the long two. That is good. Oh, they call it a three. I don't know. From my angle, that looked like a long two. Doesn't mean that it was. Could be very wrong, but that'll make it 24-17. Here is Gustafson on the drive to the basket, and Gustafson with the soft touch gets the finish, 26-17. Meanwhile, Zimmerman back up the other way, and unfortunately, Cambridge-Isanti just had to let him drive because they were out of place, and Schmidt will drop it in for two, so they had to just kind of let him go. Otherwise, they would have drawn a foul. That would have been their team sixth, not where they want to be. A three here from Eppel again comes up short, and it's a rebound there for Lemke. But here come the Thunder. They have got things going now all of a sudden, and they're going to try and continue that momentum now. Give to Gardis, and it's knocked out of bounds. They're going to say Roberts was the last to touch it. Cruz Dissing will check back in, as will Joe Larson. It will be Zimmerman ball, and it will go back to Larson, who starts in the backcourt. He'll look, trying to get a screen, but Trey Gustafson is there. Give to Gardis. Gardis has done a great job coming in off the bench. Meanwhile, this ball is poked around and stolen away finally by Cruz Dissing. Roberts got the defender to jump, splits the defenders, leaves it short on the layup, and oh man, for Roberts, you just can't have it. You got to be scoring here, and now a three from Lemke. That's going to be no good. Trey Gustafson, he gets the rebound. He'll take it quickly up the court. Moving swiftly to Lundeen in the far side for three. That's going to be no good. And unfortunately, they just kind of have to let Lemke get that rebound as he had a good box out there. Now coming back the other way, Zimmerman. Here's Larson. Drift to this near side. Give to Lemke. Lemke, he waits. Give back to Larson. And Larson will try and drive inside. Larson, bounce pass here. And he does pull it down. Now give top of the key to Lane Johnson. And as he went up, he lost the ball. Give back underneath. That shot is up and in for two by Schmuda. 26-21. Roberts, he'll give over to Dissing. Dissing wanted to go to Lundeen, but nothing doing there. And Trey Gustafson from long range. He had the distance, but just off the mark, and it's rebounded by Zimmerman, but they're going to try and go quick. Lane Johnson had it poked out from behind by Eppel, and his last touch by Eppel, so it will stay with Zimmerman. 2 in, 2 out for Zimmerman. Stay and McEachern back into the game. Again, they have the height advantage here this evening due to the Zimmerman Thunder. I mean, it's close, but they do have the height advantage. And it'll be an over and back. Great defense there by Tate Lines as Ethan Stay pulled that one in. Tate Lines was right there, and he just couldn't pull it in cleanly. And as he did, he stepped back over the line. Great job defensively there by Tate Lines. Inbound now will go to Lundeen, and Lundeen will call out the play and start things offensively. Trying to get it to Eppel, and I think there could have been a foul call there. We didn't get one, but definitely could have been, as Eppel had taken some pretty good contact on that pass. They will inbound to Dissing. He'll hand it back to Eppel, and we're going to get that ball to go out of bounds, and Eppel is again looking for a foul. And Coach McDonald will talk with the referee, say, hey, what about that was not a foul? Can you explain to me a little bit why? Just a quick conversation. And Zimmerman being pretty patient here to begin this possession. Now they'll move the ball. Ethan Stay trying to go underneath to Smuda. Smuda trying to back down the defender, give back outside here to Lemke. Now the give with 3 to shoot, 2, and it's stolen away by Tate Lines. Lines with the steal. He'll take it almost all the way. Can't quite get it to fall. Roberts can't pull it in. Dissing does, and Dissing will put it back for 2. Well, as long as you get it to fall, if you're Cambridge-Isanti, that's good news. And now we'll get this ball knocked out of bounds by Cambridge-Isanti on the far sideline. So it does stay with Zimmerman. 5:44 to go here in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They have 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and then right here in Cambridge. It's a brand new location here in Cambridge. A very beautiful building. McEachran will give there to Smuda. He looks, gives to Lemke. Long 3. It's going to come up actually long, and it's rebounded there by Dissing. Give here to Lundeen. Lundeen, give underneath to Roberts, and that's no good. And don't know if he had contact there. It looked like it was close, but I don't think there was any. Meanwhile, this 3 is well off the mark, and Roberts just brings it in like a pass. He gives to Eppel. Eppel trying to get around his defender. Lob shot, and nice soft touch there to drop that one in for 2. 30-21. Drifting to this near side and then back around Larson. He'll give it to the far side, Lemke. Lemke. Give now to McEachran. McEachran. He'll try and give it over to Smuda. A little bit out in front, but now he pulls in. He'll try and drive, spin move, trying to back down Dissing. Dissing, yeah, good, just a really good move there inside by Smuda to drop that one in for 2, 30-23. Here comes Lundeen to bring it up the court. He fakes the pass to Roberts. Now in a little bit of trouble. No one getting open. He does finally find Dissing on the far side. Wanted to go to Roberts. Roberts faked the cut one way, then cutting back to the basket, and he drops it in for 2, 32-23. On the far side, Stay trying to get around his defender. Give back outside now to Lemke. Now at the top of the key to Larson. Drive here from, is that McEachran? Nice spin move. He lost the ball. Eddie Lundeen is going to get the steal. Give here to Eppel, and there we got a foul. And Eppel's been doing a good job of trying to draw that one all night, but he finally does, and that's going to go against Joe Larson. His first, team's 5th, and Eppel will shoot 2. Eppel, first one up, is good. 2 in, 2 out for Zimmerman. Lane Nelson will check in for Cruz Dissing. And Jameson Eppel will line up for the second of 2. This one is up. Oh, and it rattles in and out. Rebounded there by Zimmerman's Jacoby Giffen. 33-23 is our score. Stay trying to back down the defenders. Good move inside. That one's going to go off the mark. It's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say out of bounds. Last touch by Cambridge-Isanti. Gustafson will check in for Jameson Eppel. Eppel, one of the few seniors on this squad, or excuse me, junior, but he does have really the only varsity experience. Salo and Shiloh are the other 2 seniors, but Yeah, Eppel is really the only one with any varsity experience. Meanwhile, nice drive to the basket. Drops it in for two, did McEachern for Zimmerman, 33-25. Here's Gustafson to bring the ball up the court. Trying to get around his defender. He'll give to Lines. Lines back and forth around his defender. Wanted to go back to Lundeen. Now does find Lundeen. Lundeen was covered well, but now the cutting pass to Gustafson, and it is just going to go in and out. Now back the other way goes McEachern. It's knocked out of his hands and stolen away by Tate Lines. And Gustafson again will drive all the way to the basket, but this time he's fouled, and now he'll go and shoot two. That one's going to go against Larson again, his second, team's sixth. So Trey Gustafson to shoot two. First one's up and good. Eppel will check back into the game for Tate Lines on Cambridge-Isanti's side. Larson checks out Gardis, back into the game. Gustafson, that one is good as well. All but two of his points tonight have come outside of the free throw line. He's been there 3 times. He's successful all 3 times, and, well, technically 6, but meanwhile, Gardis will shoot this one for the first time. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Eppel. Give up to Lundeen. Lundeen's going to take it all the way. Kick back outside to Gustafson. And before that one goes out of bounds, we're going to get a foul here on Zimmerman. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Cambridge-Isanti. This one's on Gardis, his second, team 7th. And Eddie Lundeen will shoot a 1-and-1. And this gym has gone completely silent to let him shoot. First one's up. Oh, it rims out. No good, and rebounded by Zimmerman. That was Giffen. On the far side, Gardis for 3. That's going to be no good. Rebounded, though, almost by McEachern, but unfortunately it rolls out of his hands. It will go back to Cambridge-Isanti. Stay, checks out. Lane Johnson back in for him. And here comes Gustafson on the inbound from Roberts. He'll give back to Roberts, now onto the far side to Lundeen. Lundeen trying to find. He wants Eppel, but Eppel just guarded a little bit too well. Now Roberts cutting to the basket. Nice spin move inside, but he leaves it short. Giffen will get the rebound there for Zimmerman, and they come back the other way quickly. McEachern, that was blocked by Roberts, taken back by Smuda. And now we finally get a travel call here. The fans were calling for it for a while there, and they finally get the call they wanted. 2:08 to go, 35-25. Blue Jackets on top in this Mississippi 8 conference game. Gustafson will bring it past the timeline, and he'll give to Roberts. That pass just a little behind him. Now Gustafson's open right underneath the basket, and Gustafson drops it in for 2. Here's McEachern. He'll give now to Giffen. Back to McEachern, but it's stolen away by Lundeen. Lundeen says, absolutely not. Give me that. Eppel, what a hesitation move! And he drops it in for 2. That's going to deserve a replay when we have a moment. Meanwhile, a 3 here from Zimmerman is off the mark. And 2 there by Gardis. Makes it 39-27. Roberts tried the spin move inside. There was nothing there. Then give on the far side to Gustafson for 3. That's going to come up short, and Gustafson's going to get that rebound. Just absolutely wanted it more than everybody else. Out hustled, and now Eppel from 3! Jamison Eppel with 2 fantastic plays, back-to-back possessions, and the Blue Jackets lead 42-27. A 3 here from Zimmerman's going to be off the mark. Rebounded and put back for 2 by Giffen. That's going to make it 42-29. But the Blue Jackets have a chance now. Shot clock is 2 seconds off the mark from the game clock. Well, about 1.5. Lundeen. We'll see if the Blue Jackets try and just drain some clock here. This ball going to be knocked out, but it wasn't cleanly, and they're going to get a foul here on Ryan Schmidt. It'll be his second, team's 8th, and Lundin will shoot a 1-and-1. Last time he missed his first. That one no good. Roberts tried to grab the rebound, but stepped out of bounds as he grabbed it. Tate Lyons will check back in. 23 seconds to go here in the first half. Zimmerman now gets the ball, and more than likely just going to try and take the last shot of the half would be my guess. Don't want to allow Cambridge-Isanti to get anything bigger before the half ends. That would be smart on their part. 8 seconds, 7, 5, or 6 is how you count. Gardis a long three, off the mark, and goes out of bounds. But that is going to do it for, yes, our first half of play. And the Blue Jackets lead over the Zimmerman Thunder at the half, 42-29. What a first half it was. A very entertaining first half, and Cambridge-Isanti turned it on late, and they now lead by 13. Well, stay tuned after a word from our fine sponsors here on KBEK, as when we return, it'll be time for our post-game show, and our post-game show brought to you by not Pizza Pub, that's our post-game, post-game. I kept saying post-game, didn't I? It's our halftime show. We're not to post-game yet. It's our halftime show, and our halftime show will be brought to you by Owens Auto Body, Glass, and Mora.
In service to one, in service to all, for over 100 years, the Pine City Knights of Columbus has donated thousands of dollars and volunteered countless hours to many great programs in the Pine City community. Stay tuned for more information about their upcoming events. They need your support at these events to help raise funds for the continued support of these programs.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle and Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
ECE Fiber is built by your community for your community. Work, play, and stay connected to what matters most. We offer affordable home and business packages with no hidden fees and 24/7 support. ECE Fiber, easy to use, simple to set up. That's a cooperative difference. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's orderecefiber.com today.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and the place to get your Valentine something sweet, something beautiful, and something to remember is at Northern Bloom and Gifts in Sandstone. Northern Bloom carries those gorgeous flowers and bouquets, homemade fudge, and one-of-a-kind gifts. Delivery also available. Northern Bloom and Gifts, your Valentine's Day headquarters.
And treat your Valentine to a prime rib dinner from Chris's Food Center in Sandstone. Chris's will start carving early, starting at 1 p.m. on Saturday the 14th.
finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. Pineagency.us.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Welcome back here on KBEK. It is now time for your halftime show brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones has those state-of-the-art facilities and over 44 years of experience getting vehicles back out on the road. Taking a look at our halftime stats here. Well, starting with the Zimmerman Thunder. Leading the way for them was Eli Gardis with 10 points, 6 for McEachran, 4 for Schmidt, Giffen, and Smuda, and 1 for Larson. Rebound-wise, Smuda led the team with 5. They had 2 steals and 8 team fouls. On the other side for the Blue Jackets, leading the way was Jamison Eppel with 17 points. Then it was Trey Gustafson with 10, 9 for Roberts, and 6 for Cruz Dissing. Rebound-wise, it was Dissing leading them with 4. They had 5 steals, 1 block. That came from Roberts, and 5 team fouls. Now, these are unofficial stats. I do my best to keep them and keep up with them the best that I can. So if you're looking at this and you go back and find out that no, he actually had this many or that many, understand that mine are unofficial. So if you want more official stats, do not come to me for the official stats. I do my best at trying to keep the stats. And well, even though I do try my best, I know they're not always accurate. But point-wise, I am on the mark. So this first half, pretty entertaining. Cambridge-Isanti got off to a good start, and then Zimmerman got some momentum for themselves and closed the gap, and they were right there. But then, all of a sudden, Cambridge-Isanti just started to pull away, and it was, as we were able to watch that first half, you just saw Cambridge-Isanti, although they weren't as aggressive defensively as I think they could have been, they still did a good job of just getting some rebounds, making some turnovers, or creating some turnovers, not making. I mean, I wouldn't mind an Apple turnover right now, but that's beside the point. No, so they created some turnovers, and they were able to score a bunch, but it was really towards the end of that first half where we saw Cambridge-Isanti really start to get into what we know them to be and how we know them to play. Fast-paced offense, moving the ball around quickly, getting the shot off quick. And that's really what they did. And Eppel with some big threes. I mean, I think, he had 4 of them there in the first half. 2 or 3 of them were college range for sure, closer to NBA. I mean, it was fantastic where he was taking those shots from. Jack Roberts also had one. And a guy who takes and makes a lot of threes, but wasn't able to in the first half, Trey Gustafson. And they didn't need him to. Again, he had 10 points in that first half. 6 of those came from the free throw line. He had 4 just driving to the basket himself. And he could have had another opportunity for 2. He came up just short on the layup, but he was really, he's done a really good job. He is, I don't want to say the shortest one on the court, but maybe in today's game he is just because of Zimmerman's height. But he stands about 5'8" to 5'10", so he may not be the, I guess he would be, the shortest guy in the game today, just because Zimmerman, again, averages about 6'2", 6'3". So while he is the shortest guy on the floor today, man, he plays so much bigger. So fearless driving to the basket, and he does a really good job with his ball handling skills. He doesn't turn the ball over. He makes some really good decisions with his passes, and he is smart with the ball too. And I don't mean just passing. I mean shooting with his fakes, with his footwork, with his dribbling. He just does it all so well for the Blue Jackets. And, oh, yeah, by the way, the young man is only a freshman. only a freshman. So he will be certainly a guy to keep an eye on for the Blue Jackets for a long time to come. Now, I mentioned this team is pretty young for Cambridge-Isanti. Not so much in years, but in experience. Again, the two seniors don't play too much varsity, so it's all juniors. The freshman in Gustafson, and then a couple sophomores work in there as well as a junior. A guy who we don't see out there tonight is Peyton Copeland. Now, I don't know if he's injured. I don't know if it's something else. We're not going to speculate as to what it is, but Peyton Copeland not playing tonight. So it is interesting to see that while he is not out there tonight, they're still being able to have a lot of success. Now, he has been a massive part of their success so far this season. He has done a really good job of kind of complementing Jamison Eppel with his talent on the year. But with him not out there tonight, it's pretty cool to see that this team really hasn't lost a step. So that just goes to show you how deep this team is and how deep they are going to be able to be again next year. Let me tell you, next year, this team, I would not want to play this team next year if you are anyone who has to face them. But this Cambridge-Isanti team is going to be a very, very good team going forward. And they are already a good team. It's just about being more consistent. And again, Peyton Copeland is here in street clothes, so hopefully he's okay and able to be back with this team sooner rather than later. But this has been a good first half. We're getting ready for our second half of action here on KBEK. That was your halftime show brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. They are ICAR and ASE certified. And if you've had an accident, let Hones Auto Body and Glass fix you up. Cambridge-Isanti will go right to left on your radio dial. Zimmerman left to right. Cambridge-Isanti will start the half with the ball. 18 minutes are back up on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Plus, the team over there believes the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. It'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program. So Gustafson will start the half, getting the inbound. Now they'll give inside to Lane Nelson. He jumps, gives back outside Gustafson for three. That's just off the mark, and a rebound here for Larson. Now that's one of the things I will be interested to see in this second half is how efficient can the Blue Jackets be again from the three-point line. Meanwhile, here's Ethan Stay with his first points on the board on a fairly easy drive to the basket. But I want to see how efficient they can be from the three. Lundeen gets a nice spin move around his defender to get the ball now out to Gustafson. Gustafson going to try and drive back out to Roberts. Roberts on the far side. He'll look, drive inside. He lost the ball, is able to get it back. Still bobbling that ball around, and somehow McEachran's going to come up with it. It's stolen right back by Roberts. So McEachran got the steal. Roberts then got it right back and spoked out from Roberts by Zimmerman, and Cambridge-Isanti will hold on to it. So almost a big-time turnover for Zimmerman, but great job by Roberts just to get that ball back. Roberts will give it to the far side corner to Gustafson for three. I think we got an illegal screen here on Lane Nelson. That is tough. So Dissing will check into the game for Nelson, and Nelson with 3 fouls. You just don't want him to foul out. He's been a key to this offense. Although he doesn't have too much stats on the stat sheet yet, he's just done a good job of being where he needs to be. Meanwhile, we'll now get a foul on Cambridge-Isanti again, and that will allow Joe Larson to go to the line and shoot 2. You're going to call Gustafson for his first. And Joe Larson will shoot 2. First one's up, and no good. That one up and good. So Larson 1 of 2 there. Makes it 42-32. Here comes Gustafson. Gustafson to Roberts. Now to Dissing. Dissing trying to drive, but the defender cut it off. And now Dissing trying to figure out where to go with this ball. And with Dissing being bothered so much, going to get a timeout here called by Cambridge-Isanti. It'll be 30 seconds, so we'll take one as well on KBEK.
Stop relying on unstable energy prices and switch to self-sufficiency with the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace from Central Boiler. Heat your home, outbuildings, and provide endless hot water, all while utilizing your backyard source for renewable energy. The Classic Edge uses up to 60% less wood, which means less waste and less work. Be more comfortable for less money with the Classic Edge HDX.
Northland Boiler Sales. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on nice 95.5 FM, KBEK, Game Day Gilman out here at Cambridge-Isanti High School for this boys basketball game in the Mississippi 8 Conference. Timeout called by Cambridge-Isanti. They'll inbound now to Dissing, and Epple is tripped, and they didn't get the foul call. Not sure what else they need to see for a foul, but that looked like that should have been a pretty clear one. Well, either way, this ball will be, I think, blocked there by, I think that was McEachran. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't even know. Well, either way, we're back to action. Cambridge-Isanti does have the ball, and I think it's important for them to get off to a good start. It hasn't been the greatest of starts so far. Meanwhile, inbound from Dissing, he gives it out to Lundeen, and that shot is no good, rebounded by Smuda. So here come the Thunder back the other way. McEachran, he's going to get fouled. It'll be on Epple. And Epple pretty frustrated. I got to imagine just because, well, he gets called for the foul there, which I do think it is the correct foul call, but he was definitely tripped on the last one, and they didn't call that one. So meanwhile, here's McEachran for a long two. It's good. That makes it 34-42. Meanwhile, Blue Jackets, Roberts with it. Give now to Epple, back to Lundeen. Lundeen, nice job getting the defenders to miss, but then missing on that shot. Dissing, that's, oh my goodness, Dissing got the rebound, and then the defender hugged him. I mean, he hugged him from behind. That's got to be a foul. I understand fighting for the ball, but once you hug around his waist, it's got to be a call. Now give here, deep three, and that is good from Lucas Lemke, and all of a sudden the Zimmerman Thunder have a lot of momentum, and that was kind of one of the things I was wondering is how good of a half can the Jackets get out to, and now McEachran gets a steal, and it was knocked out by his teammate. McEachran will drive. That's going to come up short, and Epple pulls in the rebound. They need a score here, do the Blue Jackets. Roberts inside, shot is up, no good. Battling inside, and the rebound there for Stay. Meanwhile, here comes Larson. Poked out by Gustafson. We're not going to get a foul, are we? Oh, my goodness. Well, that's a late foul call for that. My goodness, Gustafson is going to get called for the foul, but holy moly. They were already battling for the turnover by the time they called that. Inbound, he will be knocked out of bounds by Cambridge-Isanti. Yeah, man, I had a few tough calls go against Cambridge-Isanti here in this second half, and it's less than ideal. Meanwhile, this shot is up and good by Smuda, and all of a sudden it's only a three-point game. And Cambridge-Isanti needed to get off to a much better start here because now all of a sudden Zimmerman has everything going their way. And finally we get a foul call here on Zimmerman. I think for Cambridge-Isanti, they're just saying, man, it's about time. This will go against Stay. And now Tate Lyons will shoot two. Lyons' first one is up and good. Well, although it doesn't come from a shot during a play, they do get a point. And now they just need to... What? So I think we've got... I'm not quite sure. I think some sort of lane violation there. I'm not quite sure. A little bit frustrating for McDonald, though. He realizes that's just fundamentals there we got to work on. That can't happen. McEachran for three. That's going to be off the mark. Oh, rebounded by Smuda. You can't have that. And then Gonna get a foul, and Epple just kind of looks at the referee like, come on, man. He thought he had a pretty clean steal. Well, it's Epple's second and team's fifth already. And, Coach McDonald going to call a timeout. They just need something to settle down and get momentum back on their side, because right now it is not going their way.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone. Or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
So back out of the timeout, it's a 4-point difference here. Blue Jackets still hold on to the lead, but man, what a sour start to this second half. Gonna get another foul here on Epple. And some frustration building here for not just the fans, but even the coaches here on some of these fouls. And now, obviously, some of them have been more clear fouls than others, but meanwhile, Smuda is at the line for 2. That one's going to be no good. This one from Smuda, no good as well. And it's going to be rebounded by Ethan Stay. And we're going to get another foul. 7 now for Cambridge-Isanti. And we're not 4 minutes into this second half. Well, it is going to be interesting to see how they can get around 7 fouls in the first 3.5 minutes. Oh, boy. 43-40, and that whole first half of momentum has just completely been wiped away. Stay is going to make both. Oh, my goodness. It is raining and pouring now for Cambridge-Isanti. They need a big play here to get at least something back. And there we go. Finally, we get a foul. Finally, Epple gets fouled. That's going to go against Larson, his third. Larson came in a little too strong, and Epple did a good job standing his ground, pulling that pass in and drawing the foul. Gustafson will get the inbound. He'll give now to Lines. Lines will fake the pass. He'll give now to Gustafson. He wanted that 3, but he has to pick up his dribble, and we're going to get a travel on Gustafson. That was close. That was close. I'll say that. So a turnover there on the travel call on Gustafson, and this will now get back up into the offensive zone on the far side. Trying to get it inside to Smuda. Dissing. Ooh, keep your hands up. Going to draw a foul if you don't. Meanwhile, a 3 here from Larson. No good. Rebound here will wind up in the hands of Lines. And Lines will let the defense go by, and he'll bring it forward. Now give here to Roberts. Roberts, the floater. Oh, no good. Dissing gets the rebound. Give back outside. Epple, is no good, and Stay will grab the rebound. And something I'm noticing here for Cambridge-Isanti is I think they kind of feel that, hey, we need to get something going our way, otherwise we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, a rebound here for Smuda a couple times, and then finally Tate Lines will get it himself, and he drives to the basket. That's no good, and rebounded here by Smuda. And that's going to come up short, rebounded by Epple. Epple will give, now Gustafson. Gustafson will give to Epple, and Epple finally gets a friendly roll, and now they've got a point during action. Shot is up, no good. Lines Draws the foul plus the and one. Oh boy. 8th team foul. It's going to go against Roberts. His first. Lundeen will check in for Gustafson. 2 in, 2 out for Zimmerman. 45-43, and Ethan Stay trying to make it a 3-point venture. And he does. 45-44. What a turn of events here for Cambridge-Isanti. Well, Dissing now has it. He wants to go to the line. Just nothing there. He lost it. We're going to need a foul here on Zimmerman. All right. So they've called this second half a little bit tighter, and finally Zimmerman's been now picking up a couple. That one's going to go against Giffen. His first, team's third. But 8 team fouls already for Cambridge-Isanti. It's going to be interesting to see how they try and get around that here. Meanwhile, this shot no good by Lyons. Roberts with the rebound. His shot is no good. And this is rebounded by Giffen. Here's Schmidt with it. Schmidt will drive to the far side, give to Lemke. Now back outside Schmidt. Try and drive, and he tries to pass it underneath. It's going to go off a foot of Cambridge-Isanti out of bounds, so it stays with Zimmerman. Lane Nelson will check in for Dissing, and I think they've missed Nelson out there. Well, Nelson, pretty good size young man, 6'4". Gustafson will check back into the game as well for Roberts. But Nelson is 6'4". He's got some beef to him, too. He's been in the gym, and they have definitely missed him out there. Meanwhile, good pass inside to Ethan Stay, and for the first time in, well, I think a long time, Zimmerman has a lead. Meanwhile, this ball knocked out of Lyons' hands, but Lundeen hustles to get that one back, and now the pass to Lyons. Great fake, drive to the basket, drops it in, plus the and one. That's going to go against, I think, McEachern, his first, team's fourth. And now Lyons trying to make it a 3-point play. That one is good. So Lyons makes it a 3-point play. It's 48-46. And we'll get 2 in, 2 out for Zimmerman. And Zimmerman will bring it forward now. Just under 12 minutes to go here in the game. Blue Jackets have the lead back by 2. Smuda has it now on the far side here to Larson. That's going to be no good on the 3. Eppel pulls in the rebound. He'll chuck it deep down the court and not quite sure what he was seeing. Larson steps in front of that one for the steal. Larson, drive to the basket, no good. Eppel will get the rebound, and again this time he does find Gustafson, and Gustafson drops it in for 2. That time, Eppel delivers that one, and Gustafson finishes it off. Nelson guarding Giffen. Giffen turnaround jumper, he gets a little bit of a friendly bounce there, 50-48. Gustafson calling out the play now offensively for Cambridge-Isanti. He'll bring it up the court, directing traffic. Lundeen going to go forward, now give to Nelson. And I don't know how you don't get a foul there. You're going to instead get a travel. And McDonald is absolutely livid. He's saying, how do we not get him over the back on that one? Or at least, at the very least, a push. I mean, it's on his back, but we stick with what they call. Again, we appreciate the referees because, well, they're here and they allow us to play a game, so we appreciate them. Meanwhile, here is a 3 from Zimmerman. That's going to be no good, and finally get a foul there on Zimmerman. That is going to be a push on Schmidt, his third, team's 5th. And yeah, that was pretty clear because Eppel was set up great for that rebound, and he got completely pushed out of the way by the defender, and that's a really good call by the referees. Here's Lyons trying to go underneath the Eppel. Eppel turnaround jumper, got it in. And nice touch on that one 52-48. Zimmerman back the other way, stolen by Lines. And then we get a foul here on Zimmerman. Their sixth, the second for Giffen. Nice job by Lines getting that steal and then drawing a foul. Inbound to Gustafson, and Gustafson will direct traffic. He'll give on this near side to Lundeen. Now he gives to Lines. Lines waiting for the offense to set up. He had Lundeen open, but instead drives to the basket. And did we get a... So I think what happened there is that ball last touched Lines as he went out of bounds. So it will go back to Zimmerman. I was kind of wondering what we were going to get there, but it was a clean smack of the ball, and then it went out of bounds off of Lines himself. Now here's a 2 attempt. It is going to be no good, and it will be off of Cambridge-Isanti. Tried to grab it in with that arm, but couldn't quite reel it in. It will go out of bounds and stay with Zimmerman, 52-48. Had a moment there because needed Cambridge-Isanti to sit down. Their bench was up a little bit. Meanwhile, we get another ball that's knocked out by Cambridge-Isanti, so it will stay with Zimmerman. Inbound to Smuda, trying to go underneath to Larson, and again, Jackets get it knocked out of bounds. So 3 times in a row now, the Blue Jackets have knocked this ball out of bounds, and it's only a matter of time before that breaks, and they finally get a turnover. They'll inbound here, and they get it to McEachern. McEachern goes over the defender, nearly had it stolen away, but he spins inside as he held on for 2. 52-50. Blue Jackets quickly up the court. Lundeen to Trey Gustafson. Oh, I was ready to call it, but he is just off the mark. Rebounded here by Larson. Give here to McEachern. We're going to get a travel. And the ball will go back to Cambridge-Isanti. 52-50 is our score. Roberts and Dissing check back in for Nelson and Lundeen. And Cambridge-Isanti will get set to inbound. Gustafson will look. He'll call out the play and trying to get around a few defenders. Roberts at the top of the key. He'll look, give over to Dissing. Defender just read it like a book. And Giffen will get the steal and drop it in for 2. So we're tied now at 52 apiece. Yeah, he read that one like a book. I saw it coming as soon as he went for the pass, and I was like, shouldn't have made that one. Meanwhile, here's Lines to give back to Eppel. Eppel, getting 2-3 shoulders into him, and he is knocked down to the floor. And we get a foul on Zimmerman. That's the 4th there on Schmidt, and the team's 7th. And now Eppel will get to shoot a 1-and-1. And Eppel, so get everybody set and ready. Steps to the line. And the first one is up and good. Well, they needed that one. Now they retake the lead. And Eppel does get the friendly roll there off the back of the rim to make it 54-52. So they retake the lead by 2 now over Zimmerman. Been a tale of 2 halves so far, but Cambridge-Isanti getting back a little bit. Oh, on the far side. You need a foul here on Roberts. His second. And Lucas Lemke will shoot 3 free throws. Well, I think Lemke, even though you can't blame him for it, did go into that one a little bit, but hey, if you can draw the foul that way, good for you, better for you. This one no good, so they can only tie it if you were to make this one. This one good as well. So 2 of 3 there for Lemke, and we're tied at 54 again. There's Gustafson. He'll give to Dissing. He'll hand it right back to Gustafson. Now to Lines. Lines trying to get around the defender, but there's nothing. He finally finds Eppel. Eppel at the top of the key. Pull up 3. That's going to be no good. Trying to draw the foul. That's going to be no good. And Smuda is going to get the rebound. Eppel kind of looking to the referee saying, what do I need to do to get a foul? And now we're going to get a travel call here. That pretty clear foul there on Lemke, or travel there on Lemke. Lemke kind of looking confused. I'm not sure what he's feeling. Maybe he felt that he didn't, but it was pretty clear. He picked it up. He had 2 steps inside, 2 steps back out. It's pretty clear travel. Meanwhile, here's Gustafson. He'll give to Eppel. Now Dissing. Now Lines. Gustafson, well, he's covered really well. Over to Eppel. Eppel, he's going to take it over the defender. He comes up well short, and nobody there but white jerseys on that rebound. There was nobody even close for Cambridge. Meanwhile, this ball nearly out of play, but Larson does a good job just to get it back. He'll bounce pass over to Stay. Stay lost it. Dissing with the steal. Dissing, he almost lost it on his drive to the basket, but he is able to drop it in for 2. 56-54. And now driving to the basket. He doesn't get it in. It's rebounded by Stay, and he'll be fouled plus the N1. Well, now Stay has another chance for a 3-point play and able to have a chance to try and get a 1-point lead again. Lundeen will check in for Lines. Stay, no good. Now a rebound for McEachern. That 3 is going to be no good. Rebound here by Lundeen. So Lundeen brings it forward. He now gives to Eppel. Eppel's been trying the long 3. There's just been not as high as of efficiency as he'd like, and now he's fouled again. Eppel has just been kind of beaten and battered here tonight. It's been physical on him. This is going to go against McEachern, his 2nd. Team's 8th, and yeah, Eppel, he landed hard on his shoulder. It looks like it will be 2 for Eppel as we're tied at 56 apiece. This one's up and good. So 57-56. Nelson will check back in for Dissing. Jackets have the lead once again. And Eppel no good on the 2nd. So he's 1 of 2 that time. Rebounded there by Smuda. Driving inside. Oh, just a good hesitation move there by Larson. And he jumped, got the defenders to jump, and draws the foul. It's going to go against Roberts, his 3rd. And unfortunately here for Cambridge-Isanti, they're already into 10 fouls. So it puts Zimmerman in the double bonus, and it will allow Larson to shoot 2. That one's good. 57 all here. And Larson, good on that one. Well, that is the first time tonight that he has gone 2 for 2 at the free throw line. He has had plenty of opportunities, but that time he is successful. And we'll get a timeout called, and while they take one, we will as well here on KBEK.
If you're going to stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Rice Krispie Sheet Treat, just $14.99. Sweet Chaos Drizzled Popcorn are just 2 for $8. Snack Time Frosted Pretzels only $5.99 each. Ghirardelli Milk Chocolate Snowmen are just $7.99. And Shirley Temple 7-Up 12-packs, 2 for $12. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today.
Back on KBK, nice 95.5 FM. Ethan Game Day Gilman out here at Cambridge-Isanti High School. Well, so far, a tale of two halves. Cambridge-Isanti dominated that first half. They were leading 42-29 at half, and now all of a sudden, it's been all Zimmerman. It has been nearly a 30-15 run. They're 1 point short of 30, so they have doubled the Cambridge-Isanti scoring here in this half, and Cambridge-Isanti just has not gotten into a rhythm in this second half, and they've needed a few big plays. It was early fouls. They had got, 7 or 8 in the first 3.5 minutes. Now Gustafson will shoot 3 on the pass from Eppel. That's going to come up well short. Going to get another foul here on Cambridge-Isanti. That's going to be on Roberts again, his 4th. And that will send Zimmerman to the line for 2 more. 6.5 minutes to go. And the Blue Jackets trail by 1. Smuda good on the first. 59-57. Tate Lyons will check in. I believe that's Roberts, who he'll take the place of. Smuda. Good on both. So it is now a 3-point difference here with the Zimmerman Thunder on top. Trey Gustafson trying to just get anything going here, and I think that's unfortunately been part of the problem is Cambridge-Isanti has just been a little bit, it's just rushed things here offensively. They've rushed some shots and have just not been taking their time and finding the good high percentage looks in this second half. Meanwhile, we're going to get a timeout here called by Cambridge-Isanti. Leave it to be a 30. And with that, we'll keep it here, whether it's a 30 or a minute, because that gives us a chance to tell you and remind you that you should stay tuned here for the post-game show. That will be brought to you by Pizza Pub of Pine City. Also remind you that we just announced our Pine Insurance Athletes of the Week here today. And our KBK Player of the Week was Izzy Schockman from Rush City Bram Wrestling. She goes to Bram High School. And our WCMP Pine Insurance Athlete of the Week was McCall Leisure of Pine City. So congratulations to both of them. We announce that every Tuesday, Wednesday for the previous week of play. And if you have a athlete that you believe should be nominated, because we can't get out to every game, we'd appreciate it. So email me at wcmpsports@gmail.com for your nomination. Meanwhile, Trey Gustafson right out of the timeout, top of the key. He drills the 3, and we're tied at 60 apiece. Now we get a steal here. It's Tate Lyons. He leads the team with 4. Going to try and take it up the court quickly to Eppel. This pass is tipped and not stolen away. Lundin got it back. Give inside to Nelson. Nelson will get the roll. Woo! That almost rolled out, but he did get the roll. So a good steal, and then Eppel, the pass was tipped, but Nelson pulls it in, and he takes it to the basket and drops it in for 2. This ball going to be knocked out. It's last touch by Zimmerman, and Cambridge-Isanti has it back, and all of a sudden you can feel some life getting back into this Cambridge-Isanti basketball team. Now they finally got something working for them. Nelson will inbound to Gustafson, and Gustafson will bring the ball forward. Gustafson work on the far side. He wants to go to Lyons, and that's unfortunately a bad pass there. That's a mistake there. Stay will get the steal. McEachern will drop it in for 2. Well, that's a missed opportunity there for Cambridge-Isanti to kind of double up and take a more than 2-point lead. Meanwhile, this shot no good. Stay with the rebound for Zimmerman. And McEachern, oh my goodness. Going to get another foul here on Cambridge-Isanti. I got this one on Lundin, his first. 13 fouls in this second half. Meanwhile, the first one here for McEachern is no good. Giffen in for Smuda on the Zimmerman side. We're tied at 62 apiece with under 5 minutes to go. McEachern, no good on that one. It's in and out. And it's rebounded there by Lines. Give to Eppel. Now to Nelson. Lines pulls it in, and yeah, he's going to get called for the travel. As he skipped in, he knew it. He had to plant that other foot and then the other one, and that'll be another travel here. So that's unfortunate for Cambridge-Isanti because Lines had a good look, but fortunately just couldn't get the clean footwork in there. Well, Giffen trying to look for a shot. He finds McEachern on this near side open for three. That's going to be no good. Stay gets the rebound, and he's fouled. He'll shoot two. 4:20 to go in the game. We're tied at 62 apiece, and Stay will shoot two. Stay's first one is good. So now Zimmerman with a 1-point lead, 63-62. And Stay will make that one. So Stay good on both, 64-62. And they didn't get the substitutions there for Cambridge-Isanti. So they'll have to wait until the next stoppage. Meanwhile, Lines with it. He's trying to drive to the basket, waits for the defenders to go up, but he could not get that one to fall as he misses. Giffen underneath, lob in for two. And now it's 66-62. Well, Cambridge-Isanti needs something. They need a big three or something just to go their way. They need to, this would be huge from Gustafson, but it's not going to stay down, and another rebound here for Stay. McEachern driving. That shot no good. I don't know if that's considered a steal or what, but Eppel got it back, and Eppel will shoot the lob too. He's no good. Nelson is there for the rebound and put back for two. 66-64. Blue Jackets still down by two. 3:15 to go in the game. And this ball nearly up for grabs, and McEachern draws yet another foul. It's going to go against Nelson, his fourth. They're going to say his fifth. That'll be his fifth. $14 fouls here in this second half for Cambridge-Isanti, as McEachern no good on the first. And this one good for McEachern. So 1 of 2, 67-64. Blue Jackets bring it up the court. Here's Roberts. He's into the game with 4 fouls, unfortunately, and now Lines. Lines will give over to Eppel. Eppel trying to fake, driving inside. Little lob shot, can't get it to fall. And another foul here on Cambridge-Isanti. Another one on Eppel. So Eppel is wondering himself how he didn't draw the foul on Zimmerman, and McDonald arguing that same case. That's unfortunate that Eppel draws that one, because I don't know that was the correct call. Meanwhile, Lundin will check in for Lines. That's a tough one, though. That's a tough one. But again, we appreciate the referees coming here, doing their job, and allowing us to have a game to play. Meanwhile, this one no good, rebounded by McEachern, put back for two. Well, they just have not been able to get as many rebounds effectively as they would like, and now it's a 5-point difference here for Cambridge-Isanti. Lundeen trying to give in to Dissing. Nearly stolen away. Eppel pulls it down. And finally, Eppel draws a foul. Eppel has just been battered and bruised tonight. I mean, my goodness. This will go against Larson, his fourth. And I didn't see if this was a 1-and-1 or 2. Either way, Eppel's back at the line. 2:34 to go. It's going to be a 1-and-1, and that's going to be no good. Rebounded by Zimmerman. And now Cambridge-Isanti has to turn up the pressure defensively because obviously Zimmerman just going to take a lot of time off the clock now and try and play keep away. McEachern. Get back outside here to Larson. Now to McEachern again. And yep. Finally, we get a call there to go Cambridge-Isanti's way, and McEachern got his elbows up a little too much, and he hit Eppel in the old schnoz. And I don't think they gave him a foul for it, though. They just call it a violation. Interesting. Well, still a 5-point game. 69-64, Blue Jackets trail on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Here's Eppel. Yeah, they got him. Yes, he dropped it in for 2, plus the and 1. Eppel draws the foul. And that'll go against Larson. It'll be his 5th, so unfortunately his night is over a little bit early. And now Eppel at the line to try and make it a 3-point play. That would bring them back within 2. Eppel drops it in. So Eppel makes it a 2-point game once again, 69-67. So now Zimmerman, again, just going to try and waste some clock, and now we'll get a timeout here by Zimmerman. And Cambridge-Isanti, this might just be what Cambridge-Isanti needs, honestly, is a timeout to just kind of corral themselves, know what they're going to do here in the last minute, 45. We're going to take a timeout as well here on KBEK.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air-conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBK. 69-67 is the difference here. Thunder lead over the Blue Jackets with 1:45 to go in the game. It's been really a tale of two halves here in this one, as again, Blue Jackets led 42-29 at the half, and well, it's kind of been all Zimmerman in this second half, but Cambridge-Isanti has got themselves with a chance near the end of this one. Meanwhile, pass over here on this near side, McEachern. He'll look back, give to Stay. Stay at the top of the key, guarded by Gustafson. Young man is fearless down there. Stay. He's able to drop that one in for 2, so that is less than ideal, but still. Got plenty of time. 71-67. Lundeen looking. Handing it off to Eppel. Eppel will drive. Oh, put it up a hook shot. And oh! Gonna get that on Oh, my gosh. They're going to get that on Eppel. They're going to call the charge on Eppel, and I'm not sure where her. Oh, man. And then Eppel's down as well. Man, you talk about a double whammy. I don't, man. Man, I feel so bad for Eppel, man. He's just been beaten around tonight, and he's going to foul out with, I guess, a charge. I didn't see it as well, but Eppel up on his feet, able to walk off under his own power. Well, that's unfortunate. So it's still a 4-point difference, 1:06 to go. And Zimmerman still with the lead as we drop under a minute to go in the game. Ethan Stay is left wide open. Shot is no good. They want goaltending, but he did not touch the ball as he went up through the net, so it is not goaltending there. But the bad part is Zimmerman did get the rebound. And now they got a chance to drain even more of the clock here. And McEachern drops in for 2. That could be all that Zimmerman needs. Gustafson going to just take the 3. He delivers on the 3. Well, that's big, and that changes things a lot. 73-70, and that will change the story by a lot. 31 seconds to go. We get a timeout here by Cambridge-Isanti. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors.
The Mushroom Melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the Mushroom Melt and Fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
When Minnesota winter hits hard, you want a heating expert who gets central Minnesota. That's Dale's Heating and Appliance, your hometown pros for furnaces, repairs, and smart upgrades that keep your home warm without burning cash. Locally owned, trusted for decades. Fast, honest service from people who live where you live. Stay warm, Minnesota. Dale's Heating and Appliance, the local heating experts who've got you covered. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com to set up your consultation today.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. Man, oh man. Eppel most recently fouled out with a charge. Then Gustafson comes back and gets a big-time 3. So the game's still within reach and almost, yes, a steal! A steal for Dissing on the far side lines. He'll hand to, no, that was, yes, Lines. Jump ball and possession arrow favors the Blue Jackets. So, whoo! They hold on to it. 16 seconds to go in the game. And we're going to get, I think, a timeout here by Zimmerman. And it'll be 30 seconds in length, and we'll take another 30.
Stay connected with ECE Fiber. Get fast, reliable internet for your work-from-home needs. No more lag during virtual meetings. Manage your account easily with the ECE Fiber mobile app. ECE Fiber. Simple, local, reliable. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's ORDERECEFIBER.com.
Huge shout out to our fine sponsors for sponsoring this game. They're the reason we're able to bring you this game for free. Also, a huge shout out to you, our loyal listener, for tuning in to this and every other game that we cover. 16 seconds to go in the game. Blue Jackets down by 3. They've got a chance to, well, they've got a chance to tie it up, and if they force a quick turnover, try and win this game, or at the very least, take it into overtime. 73-70. Gustafson will, oh no. Well, that will pretty much do it. McEachern on the steal and 2. Yep, that'll do it. Well, Gustafson. And that ball does get knocked out of bounds, so that's going to do it. McEachern with a big steal and 2. And Roberts is trying to add one more, but nope, that is going to do it. Well, that is it. And the Blue Jackets fall here to Zimmerman 75-70. What a heartbreaking loss here for Cambridge-Isanti. It's really going to be, when we talk about it, just a tale of two halves, quite simply. Well, stay tuned after a word from our fine sponsors here. We will be back with our post-game show, and our post-game show is brought to you by Pizza Pub in Pine City.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
If you're gonna stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Pepsi 12 packs are 2 for $16. Firewood bundles get 3 for $26. Mix and match breakfast and lunch sandwiches are just 2 for $6. And don't forget, Food Network's Guy Fieri's Flavortown menu line, burritos, sandwiches, and churros. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners, with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
At First National Bank of Malacca, with offices in Malacca, Isle, Gilman, and Zimmerman, they pride themselves on providing small-town, personalized customer service with updated technology solutions that allow you to bank with them anytime, anywhere, whether you value calling or stopping in to talk to a real live banker, or value the convenience of online or mobile banking. They've got you covered. If you're looking for a bank that cares about you or your community, come to First National Bank at one of their 4 branch offices. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here on nice 95.5 FM KBK. It's time now for our post-game show, brought to you by Pizza Pub of Pine City. Be sure to tune in every month to see what they've got for their special of the month. They're at their social media on Facebook, the Pizza Pub of Pine City. And it's always something unique and delicious. So the final here in this one, Zimmerman gets the victory 75-70, and it's just a tale of two halves here. I am somehow off, like, by a lot on my scoring for Cambridge-Isanti. So we're just going to do the 2 scoring leaders, and Jameson Epple had 27. I still think I'm off on that by a couple of points, and then Trey Gustafson, I may be off on that by a couple of points. He had 18. So, like I said, I always take my stats with a big grain of salt because I'm not always on the mark with those, so be sure to take that with a grain of salt. They had 10 steals as a team total, or excuse me, that's 12. No, 10, yeah. 10 steals as a team, 1 block, and 21 team fouls. 16 of them came here in the second half, and they piled up 8 of them in the first 3.5, 4 minutes of this half. And you knew right then and there, it was like, oh boy, that is that is going to be a tough thing to overcome, and it wound up being a tough thing to overcome. And if we go ahead and take a look at Zimmerman, while they weren't perfect from the free throw line, again, they missed, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots from the free throw line tonight in the second half. So they weren't great by any means from the free throw line, but they did enough. And looking at this second half, man, what a change. They came out and scored 46 points in this half and only allowed 28 from Cambridge-Isanti. That is huge. 46 to 28 is the difference here in this second half scoring for Zimmerman. And you take a look at that first half, Cambridge-Isanti kind of dominated. They were up 42-29. It could have been a lot worse there as Cambridge-Isanti, it looked like they were just getting into things there in the second half. And right at the end of the half, they went in with some momentum. But then afterwards, all of a sudden, out of that half, I said it to myself, and I didn't have time to say it in the halftime show. Cambridge-Isanti is going to have to come out firing, and they're going to have to come out and make a few big baskets. But they were not able to do so. Zimmerman got a lot of turnovers early on. They went out and scored a bunch in a row, but Cambridge-Isanti still held the lead till about halfway through this second half, and then Zimmerman was able to take the lead, and, well, they kind of never looked back after that. And Cambridge-Isanti was really, they just never really got into rhythm offensively. Defensively, they didn't play bad. It's just so many fouls. Whether we liked the calls or not, the fouls piled up, and they just, and Cambridge-Isanti just simply put could not overcome those fouls. And the Blue Jackets fall here tonight by 5 to Zimmerman, 75-70 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. So it's a tough one here for Cambridge-Isanti, but I think they can learn a lot from this game and take that going forward. And again, they were without Peyton Copeland. Does that change the outcome of tonight's game? I don't know that it changes it, but they at least have another offensive weapon that they can use, and along with the guys that they had tonight. Now, again, he would be out there along with the guys that they had, Dissing and Lyons coming off the bench still, probably either Gustafson. So Gustafson had to step into a starting role here tonight, which is not surprising. He deserves to have a few starts, but Copeland being not out there, I'm sure did have a little bit of an effect on their offense, because he, along with Eppel, have been both of their leading scorers. So for him not to be out here tonight, I think certainly had a little bit on effect on how they were able to play offense, and maybe just their explosiveness and how they were able to run their offense tonight. So we'll see if Copeland is able to be back sooner rather than later, because that will certainly inject some life back into this offense. But that, again, is going to do it for me here at Cambridge-Isanti. The Blue Jackets fall by 5 to the Zimmerman Thunder. Ways you can stay up to date with local sports? Well, one way is this very YouTube channel. Be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way, anytime we go live with a local sporting event, you'll be notified. All you got to do is click that notification just like a text. It will take you right to the live video. More ways. Stay tuned to the morning show at 7:30 and 8:30 right here on 95.5 FM. I'll talk with Adam Hefty about our sports update. We'll talk this game and all the other games that went on in our local listening area, plus the games that are coming up that day or the night before, and some regional and national sports as well. You can also stay tuned and check on our website at kbk.com. Go there, go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That will take you and show you all the links for the games that we have coming up that week. Also on our website, you'll see and hear coaches and players interviews, as well as articles from games that we have been at. And then be sure to stay tuned to our social medias, our Facebook and Instagram for KBK, and then our X or Twitter at Q Media Sports for all the things that come with local sports, breaking sports news, LOI signings, broken records, coaches retiring, coaches being hired, just all those things and more, plus games that we got coming up as well. So stay tuned for all of that. Once again, it was a great game. Great to be a part of this one, but Cambridge-Isanti comes up just short in the tale of two halves. I want to thank you again, our loyal listener, for tuning in. Appreciate that. And all of our fine sponsors for allowing us to bring you this game for free. Final again is 75-70. Blue Jackets fall to Zimmerman. Remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through. Your kindness could truly make and change someone's day. Be surprised at how little it takes of kindness just to make someone's day that much better. And as a Christian man myself, I'm commanded by God to love everybody. Love thine enemy, love thy neighbor. Just love everybody. We need more of that, especially in today's world. Thank you so much for tuning in for Nice 95.5 KBK. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, Have a great rest of your night.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Get your quote today at pineagency.us. Pineagency.us.
That concludes our broadcast from KBEK Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit KBEK.com. Catch more local live action all season long, right here on this local radio station, or the Nice 95.5 mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. Nice 95.5 is KBEK FM, Laura.